Welcome back to Cooking with Steve, and after many requests and an entire poll, people want to see how I make my lemon meringue pie. So this is how I'm going to show you how I do it. Let's see how it turns out, because sometimes my peaks can be a little less peaky. Now we've got some lemons. So for our recipe, we're going to need short crust pastry. Buy it, don't bother making it because it takes forever, and these guys do it really well, and so do most guys. You'll also need caster sugar, icing sugar, corn flour, butter, eggs, yolks and whites, as well as the zest and juice of 4 beautiful Sugar Valley lemons. And for the full ingredients list, it's just here. Pause, take a screenshot. So first of all, we take our baking tray. I believe this one's 21 centimeters. They're always these odd numbers nowadays. And we need to get our short crust pastry. It's important for your short crust pastry, take it out of the fridge a good 15 minutes before. Otherwise it's really stiff, and what you want to be able to do is roll it out and drape it over our baking tray to get it all nice and filled in. And then we'll flip it in. And then just gently, with the backs of our fingers, just push this into all of the nooks and crannies. "40 grams of your corn flour, 200 grams of caster sugar. So then we need to juice our 4 lemons using you may have seen the motorized one for the marmalade. We're going to go old school for the lemon meringue. So you can do your zesting whole, when the oranges are whole, before you juice them, or if you've forgotten to do that and you got excited with juicing, you could do it straight after. It's really not an issue. So 300 mils of water, and then our 4 lemons, which is about 150 mil, and then we put in our zest. So now we need to cook it over a medium heat, whisking as continuously as possible and reasonable until it is nicely combined and thick and glossy. So now we need to separate our egg whites from our egg yolks, because our egg yolks go into the curd and our egg whites will be used for the meringue. Just the professional bits, the professional looking bits. Okay. When everything has got thickened up and is nice and glossy, we now add in and whisk in our yolks. Whisky, mixy. And then after that, our butter, and then we put it over a low heat in order to cook the egg yolks fully for about 1 minute. So, if you're not a big lover of blind baking, and I'm really not, and you don't have beads, there's plenty of other ways we can do it. And this is parchment paper going over the top, and then I've got a slightly smaller cake tray bottom, which we'll then put on the top, and then to weigh it down, nice sturdy pan. So now we're going to blind bake this for 15 minutes, and at the end we're going to take all of this stuff off and bake it for a further 5 minutes. 180, if I didn't already say that before. So now we have blind baked this for 15 minutes. We have to take off all of these bits and bake it for a further 15 minutes, for a further 5 minutes. Okay, so once you've taken your blind baked and then 5-minute baked pastry case out, we're going to take our hot lemon curd and pour it over immediately while it's still quite piping hot. Show again all that wonderfulness into there. So now for our meringue peaks. Put in our egg whites that we saved from earlier into our bowl, and then we whisk everything that we're worth until it starts going nice and white and fluffy. So now we have these kind of soft little peaks that are happening. You start gradually adding the sugar and then whisk. Go slowly with it, or else you'll find yourself with a whole white kitchen and yourself being white. So 1 teaspoon of corn flour, 1/2 teaspoon of any leftover lemon juice that you have, or a little bit more. Now I just need to fold this all in together. Okay, so now we need to spoon our stiff meringue into our tin on top of our curd, lemon curd. Making sure we seal in all the edges. There we go, we've got some of our peaks. Okay, not the stiffest of peaks, but it's as much as we can be bothered to do when you're doing it with a hand whisk. So now we put it back in the oven for 15 to 18 minutes at 170. So after 15-ish minutes, and you start to see it go a bit brown, you can take it out, or you can leave it in to go even more brown. But what I like to do is pull this out, put it on top of a dish like this, and to hurry things up a bit, you can slightly artificially brown it. So you just got to make sure and not keep it moving, so you don't blacken it too much. And I hope yours turns out as deliciously crispy, gooey, and tasty as mine.